Alright, ready when you are.
Okay.
Wind it up.
Right. Hello and welcome to the Fans Only podcast. My name's Luke. His name's Danny. How are you doing, Danny?
Fine, mate. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm
Right.
intrigued to see how long you can keep up the enthusiasm for that intro.
Oh well, you never know. We'll see.
Yep.
It's becoming painful.
How's your mental health?
It's all right. It's all right. How's yours?
It's alright, thanks. It's alright.
All right. Right. What are we talking about today? Second group games, yeah.
It would make sense since we did the first group games in the last one.
Yeah. Kind of following on, aren't we? Right.
Yeah,
So,
chronological.
second group games. Right. Well, I think the way that we're going to do this is we're going to try and get through all the games pretty quickly,
Yeah,
and we're going to leave one specific game to the end, shall we say?
you can have a guess which one that'll be.
Yes. Find out. Keep listening to the podcast to find out which one that is.
No one's
Um,
gonna do that.
no one's going to do that. But anyway, so first match of the round, Finland-Russia.
Yes, Finland,
Um,
Russia.
Finland had a goal ruled offside.
Oh, they scored a
Um,
beauty of a header, didn't they?
yeah, they
It was
ruled
like
it
a
offside
fucking pube
in like
offside.
yeah, in like the first minute. Um, Russia had a lot of chances after that, and then Miranchuk, probably
Scored a
butchered that name,
worldie.
but scored an absolute worldie by like mugging off like three different players
Mm.
and just pinging it. Bottom
No, it
corner, I
was
think.
a quality goal.
Quality goal.
One of the best of the
Um,
round, I would say.
yeah. Um, after that, Russia just kept on.
Massive win, really.
Yeah, they probably could have scored more, but it gets them a win, gets them 3 points, which they needed after they lost to Belgium in their first game.
Opens
I
up the
think
group
that,
a bit.
yeah, because I think that puts them level with Finland. So yeah, their last
Yeah,
couple of games are going to be interesting, especially because Finland have got to play Belgium.
yeah.
Uh, um,
Not
all right,
much
so
more to
after
say on
that,
that one, really.
yeah, not really, because yeah, it was just Russia just dominated them. Really, it's not.
Yeah, nothing too exciting.
After that, Turkey Wales. Now this was a good game, to be fair. This
Yeah,
was quite entertaining.
the only thing that made it slightly painful was Robbie
Robbie
Savage.
Savage.
Yeah,
Robbie Savage's commentary.
literally. I don't blame him
Um,
though. I would be
I'll be,
painful to
yeah,
listen to if I was commentating England or
yeah.
Liverpool. I say it all the time. I don't know how like
I shall
Carragher
find
does
out in
it.
about 20 minutes. um,
Yeah.
so Turkey had a couple of chances early on. Yilmaz had a chance to score, missed it. And then Aaron Ramsey potentially had two absolute sitters
Yeah.
that somehow he just, don't know, just didn't score.
It was they
The
were both
connection,
it was quite an even game though. Both teams were had
yeah,
chances.
the connection that Ramsey and Bale had became quite evident quite quickly. Like they were working well together. Admittedly, Ramsey wasn't finishing well, and obviously Bale started
Fluffed a
well.
penalty.
Fluffed a penalty later on, yes. But the first goal, and Ramsey scored. Bale, beautiful pass, and Ramsey finished it off as he should have done the first one. But
That's the
nevertheless,
thing. The two of them both had like some stinkers in the game, but they were both class as well. So
yeah. Um, and then again, there was some more chances in the second half. And
mm,
the second goal for Wales, after Bale missed his penalty, the second goal for Wales, I think, is possibly the worst defending I've ever seen in my life.
Turkey have
Right?
really not shown up, have they?
Not really. And I don't say that it's the worst defending I've ever seen in my life because it wasn't like shocking defending. It was the
Mm,
fact that they literally did exactly the same thing from the other corner and it didn't work. And then Wales just went, fuck it. We'll do the same thing again. And this time it worked. And it was pass it to Gareth Bale, have Gareth Bale run down the line. No one tackled him or nowhere. and then he just passed it in, and it was it was some questionable defending.
I mean,
However,
it's easier said than
Connor
done
Roberts, it's easier said than done. Yes,
to get the
obviously,
ball
but
off Gareth Bale.
yeah, but Connor Roberts gets a
The
goal,
right
and Bale
back.
gets 2 assists. Um, oh, there was that. You remember that chance where the goalkeeper, like straight after Gareth Bale's penalty miss, the goalkeeper sort of like got it and tried to hoof it, and then Bale got to him, and it nearly went in.
Oh yeah, that'd have been
Yeah,
mental.
that would have been insane.
But yeah, it was a good
Anyway,
game.
it was
Class
a
for
good game
Wales.
actually.
Class for
It
Wales.
it gives Wales. That's them on 4 points. That's pretty much them. I mean,
Who they?
re-
Who's the?
um,
Oh, they're playing Belgium, aren't they?
no, they're playing Italy.
Oh no, they're playing Italy. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Um, so it pretty much gets them through. Like, unless there's some sort of stupid math situation, then they should be through. Like,
Yeah, I think they will be.
next match, Italy Switzerland.
Yeah,
Right.
Italy just showing their class again,
Italy,
really.
Italy are the team to beat. Now, they are the team to beat. Italy, the only team I think that have come through both rounds convincingly.
Yeah, well,
Um,
six goals scored, none conceded.
yeah, so Locatelli scored twice. One of them was an absolute beauty.
Mm.
Well, both of them were pretty good, but one of them was pinged, shall we say.
I
And
feel like they're just. Go on, go on.
Immobile's goal at the end was also quite good. So I just think, they're just
They're
they
just
are the best
coasting
team.
through.
um,
Literally, they're going to get a shock
but
though.
yeah,
As soon as they
probably.
face a side where they can't dominate the ball, I think they'll get a
Yeah,
shock, and we'll
yeah,
find out if they've
uh,
really got it like in them to challenge for it this year.
yeah. Chiellini had a goal ruled out for not offside, handball, and then went off after 20 minutes, which
Mm.
is going to be a bit concerning for Italy if he's injured. But yeah, I mean, they didn't seem to struggle too much without him. So
No,
yeah,
entertaining enough
and
game.
Immobile had a few chances, so you could argue he could have scored more. Either way.
Yeah, moving
After
on.
that was Ukraine Macedonia.
It was.
Yes.
I didn't
Um,
actually see this one. I think I was working.
so the first goal came from Yarmolenko. It was a corner, and one of the Ukrainian players sort of backheeled it across the box, or flicked it across the box, basically
Mm.
from the corner. And Yarmolenko was just at the back post and just tapped it in. Standard goal, really. And then Yarmolenko played a ball through to Yaremchuk,
Mm.
uh, put him basically clean through on goal. Yaremchuk finishes it comfortably. Um, so Yarmolenko, goal and assist. Also, Yaremchuk and Yarmolenko, apparently, are the only two players from the same team. So, yeah, they're the only two players from the same team to score in both of their opening games in the European Championships ever.
Ever?
Yeah. So no other team has had the same two players score in both of their
Yeah, I
opening
heard
games.
you.
Yeah. So
Wild.
Pandev also had a goal ruled out for offside in this one, and then Aliovsky or Aliovsky, whatever his name is, uh, had a penalty, missed
Mm.
it, and then got the rebound. So it's 2-1. Malinovsky for Ukraine had his penalty saved. The Macedonia keeper was Dimitrievsky, something
I
like
could not tell
that.
you.
He made a few good saves actually. I thought he was pretty good, including the penalty save, obviously.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Um,
they've been better than I thought they'd be in Macedonia, but
they've scored.
they've scored twice, which they've scored more than us, Luke. Put it that way.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Um,
concerning.
I mean, Ukraine have got a win there. Obviously, they lost to Netherlands the first game, so they can get their 3 points, and that'll take them level with Austria. So I think they play each other in the last game, so that'll be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Um,
Next was Belgium.
Next was Denmark-Belgium. So I think what was quite an emotional match for the Danish.
Why was that?
Um, well, I don't know if you heard, but also, if you want to know why, go and listen to the other podcast. No, no, obviously Christian Eriksen.
Oh, don't spoil it.
Uh, obviously, okay. Anyway,
Something happened to Ericsson.
something happened to Eriksen. Anyway, Denmark scored in the first minute or the second minute or
Yeah,
whatever
they
it
came
was. Through
flying out
Paulson.
until they
Yeah.
lost his shit.
Yeah, Denier passed the ball to a Danish player, then decided that he wasn't going to mark the player that he should have been marking, and that led to the goal, basically. It was completely Jason Denier's fault.
And they
Yes.
should have been like 3 up by half time, really.
Yeah, yeah. Denmark could have been 2 or 3 up by half time.
Yeah. And
But
then in
then,
comes Kevin.
at half time, a little man called Kevin De Bruyne comes on, and
Yeah.
he
Masterclass.
single-handedly won them the game
Yeah, it was a masterclass.
through the pass. Why did he pass? I
The
mean,
vision. The vision.
obviously, credit to him, he passed the ball and it was an assist. But why did he fucking pass?
I know.
Who does that? And then the
Well,
second
yeah,
goal,
but
and then the goal was fucking insane.
it's when
So
the pass came to him. No, when he made the pass, no one even knew that that guy was going to be there except him.
yeah,
Absolutely ridiculous.
the pass came to him. He fake shotted, mugged the defenders off, then passed it across when everyone thought he was going to shoot, and then everyone went, "Oh
Yeah.
look, there's another one."
And that
And then
weak foot
scored
goal was a belter as well.
beautiful,
Yeah, he was
beautiful.
class.
Um, but yeah, Belgium through.
Through, as
That's them through
expected.
now. Yeah. Next game is Netherlands-Austria.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Netherlands got a penalty early on. Alaba fouling Dumfries. Depay put it away comfortably. Depay then missed a quite open chance later on in the first half. So he could have had more, but either way, Netherlands have won the game.
And they through now as well.
Austria didn't really... Yeah, so Netherlands are through. Austria didn't really threaten them, at all.
Yeah.
Dumfries scored the second goal with a... Doniel Malen went through, passed it across the goal. Dumfries finished it. So Dumfries has scored 2 goals now from right back, and he was involved in both of the goals in the last game that he didn't score, and he won the penalty for this goal. So
Sounds
he's
like
done
you're a
well.
fan.
I am a fan. He's done well. He's played really well in both games. So yeah.
No, it has to be fair.
Anyway, Netherlands through. Austria
Been poor.
remains to be seen. Yeah. Next game, Sweden Slovakia.
Again, missed it. I was working. Absolutely gutted I missed that cracker of a game.
So I watched the first half. Wasn't great. Went to the shop in the second half. Came back. Sweden were 1-0 up through a penalty. Given away by Dubravka. Forsberg tucked it away. Isak looked quite dangerous at times. Dubravka and Olsen both made some really good saves. However, Sweden win 1-0, puts them on 4 points. I believe it puts them top of the group. So
Yes.
yes. So
Yeah, it
they're
does.
looking good to go through as well.
Yeah.
Next is Croatia, Czech Republic.
The other game in our group.
Our favourite man of the week, Patty Schick, scored again
After getting battered.
after getting his nose burst open by Dejan Lovren. To be fair, it wasn't a penalty, right?
It was
It wasn't a
borderline.
It was very, very harsh on Dejan Lovren. But I think the fact that Schick was bleeding as much as he was might have convinced the referee.
And
I think that might have swayed him.
that draw massive, because that was the game before the England game. That massively like opened the door for Scotland. Like if they'd beaten us, like
Yeah,
what would they have
they could have
been?
gone. They'd have been joint. Well, they'd have been second with us.
Second
We'd have
with
got about
us.
3 points. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, anyway, after half time, Croatia scored through Ivan Perisic. Beautiful
yeah,
goal. Cut
yeah. It
in,
was nice.
curled it into the top corner. Beautiful. Um, after that, both teams sort of just died.
Yeah.
Didn't really. There was
So that
nothing
put Czech
much.
Republic top
But Czech Republic top.
with
Croatia bottom on 1 point. Yet to play
yeah
Scotland. Yeah. Um, after that was Hungary France.
Hungary, France.
Um, surprising. Um, there was
Yeah,
several chances by France.
Benzema missed a sitter.
Benzema missed a
Mbappe had a
sitter.
couple of good chances.
Mbappe had yeah. Griezmann missed a sitter.
Griezmann's lucky that rebound was offside because that was absolutely dire.
Yes.
Literally like a five
And
yard
then
tapping straight to the keeper.
towards the end of the first half, Viola, the
Fiola,
left
yeah.
wing back for Hungary,
Yeah.
played a 1-2 with a midfielder, and it was perfect. It just sent him straight past the whole France
Straight past
defence.
Varane.
He just ran in and calmly slotted it past Lloris. It was easy.
It was quite a
Um,
nice goal, to be fair.
it was a very nice goal. However, it's going to cause, I reckon that's probably going to cause some concerns for France. The fact that Hungary were able to just do a quick 1-2 and get past their entire team, basically. I mean, essentially that's what happened.
Yeah.
Second half, France brought Ousmane Dembele on, who played well,
He was
who played
okay.
quite well, and then got subbed off after 29 minutes. I
Yeah, that
don't
was
know
weird.
why.
He didn't look too annoyed, so I'm guessing
Yeah, I
he
reckon he
had a
might have had
knock
an
or
injury.
something.
Yeah. But anyway, during that time,
Griezmann
Lloris,
scored, didn't he?
Lloris absolutely hoofed one up to Mbappe. Mbappe managed to get past the
The
Hungarian
technical
defender.
word for it.
Yes. Hoof.
Gave it a Robert Hoof.
Anyway, so Mbappe manages to get past the Hungarian defender, tries to ping it across.
Mm.
Hungarian defender Orban sort of intercepts it, but basically puts it on a plate for Griezmann,
Yeah.
who slotted it away comfortably.
Yeah.
Orban, funnily enough, I believe. So when Portugal beat Hungary 3-0,
Yeah.
Rafael Guerreiro's shot was deflected. It was Orban that it deflected off, and Ronaldo scored a penalty, and it was Orban that gave them the penalty. So he's not done great.
I feel sorry
But,
for them though, because they've
yeah, because you
they've
can't help
shown
it.
they've shown themselves well as a team. Like
Yeah.
they were like for 80 minutes they were all right against Portugal, especially in the second half, and then they gave France a good game today.
Yeah, and get a
But
point. And Galashi made some good saves as
they're
well,
not
to be
out of
fair.
it yet.
They're not out of it yet. They've
I
got to
mean, they
play
are, but
Germany.
they're not
They've
technically.
got to play they've got to play Germany. Speak.
And win.
Germany.
There's a nice
Portugal
little bit
v
of
Germany.
lag when you said
Right.
speak in there, so you sounded extra
Oh, good.
retarded.
Okay. Anyway, so Germany had some good early chances and scored through Gosens, only for it to be ruled offside. But Gosens wasn't the one that was offside; it was Gnabry that was offside.
Yeah.
And then after that, Portugal scored through a counter attack.
A good
Ping ball
counter-attack.
It was a good counter attack. It was
Very
played
easy,
over
though.
into played over into Jota, who slotted it across to Ronaldo for a tap in.
Yeah, I think it was Silva
So
pinged one to Jota, who like chested it down,
yeah,
sweated it to
that
Ronaldo.
that takes Ronaldo up to 3 goals, level with Patrick Schick. So who's the real goat? Uh, both scored penalties, although Ronaldo hasn't scored from the halfway line.
Not
Um,
yet.
but yet. Then Germany scored two quick goals. Well, I say
Yeah.
they scored two quick goals. Portugal scored two quick own goals
Literally. Was it
through Ruben
Diaz and
Diaz and Rafael Guerrero.
yeah.
Um, yeah, Havertz was the one that was kind of putting pressure on them that
They
for both
deserved
of
it
them.
though. Germany were all over
They
them.
did deserve it. They did
Played really
deserve it.
well.
And then after half time, Havertz then scored, and then Gosens scored as well.
Yeah.
Um, so it's 4-1, and then Jota got. Yeah, again, Jota's goal was quite easy as well because they just
The
floated it
defending was
over.
shite.
Ronaldo flicks it back, and Jota gets it in. Yeah, I mean Germany's defending was quite
It
suspect.
was from a set piece and there was three defenders just stopped when the ball went in, didn't follow Jota in. It
Yeah,
was just wide open.
yeah. So yeah, not great defense. But then again, it's not great defended from either team. It's 4-2 in the end. So Germany get a win,
Cracker of a game
uh,
though.
puts them on level on points with Portugal.
Game of
They've got to
the
play Hungary next. Portugal to play France,
game of the
and
tournament so far.
I would argue, yeah, I would argue that was the most entertaining. It had the most goals. Yeah, game of the tournament. Um, and I think it's going to take some beating, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but that group's miles open now. Anyone could win it. Well, I say anyone could win it.
Yeah.
France, Portugal, or Germany could win it. I don't think Hungary are going to beat Germany. Germany were very good. Like,
Yeah, I think Germany will
going
win that
forward, they were
definitely.
very good. And then the last game, Spain versus, well, not the last game.
Yes, the
We've
last
missed a
game.
game. However, the last game, chronologically,
Yeah.
Spain versus Poland.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, Morata.
Not a great game if I'm honest.
Yeah, it wasn't a great game. I think
Spain have been so
Morata.
underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't know. They just seem to like they played better against Sweden. I
Yeah.
think they had more about them going forward against Sweden. This one was, Morata scored, admittedly, so he did better than he did against Sweden.
Yeah.
Um, it, yeah, I mean, they just didn't really seem to have that much going forward. And then, like Morata had some chances that he
Morata was
missed.
dog shit. It
Morata
was
was a
so
bit shit.
poor.
Lewandowski scored in the second half, and then
Decent goal.
Gerard Moreno missed a penalty.
Yeah.
Came back off the post to Morata, who completely fucked it wide.
It was so far wide. Like, it
Um,
wasn't even close.
and then the other chance that we were talking about is the one that came into Sarabia, and Sarabia chested it across to Morata,
Oh, it
and
was just a
Chesney got out to
shambles.
Morata. And I was just like, why did Sarabia not try and shoot? Why did he try? It just didn't make
Yeah.
sense to me. And like Sarabia has not impressed me at all.
Neither's
When he
Morata.
when he's Morata hasn't impressed. Not many of the Spain players have impressed, to be fair. Jordi Alba's been good. I
It
think
was
Pedri has shown some things where he was
it was
good.
interesting to see VAR overturning a offside goal to an actual
Into a
goal for
non-offside.
once.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah, that
rare.
was it was rare. But then again, you don't get into that situation a lot when.
The Premier League officials though are looking like right tits looking at how the
Oh yeah, the
VAR's working
Premier
in this
League's
tournament.
officials, yeah, they being made to look like
For,
amateurs.
yeah, it's worked so much better.
Yeah. Anyway, that's 1-1. That leaves Spain, I believe. So leaves Poland bottom and Spain second bottom. So I believe it's Sweden on 4 points, Slovakia on
Yeah.
3 points, Spain on two,
Gosh,
Poland
could
on one.
Spain go out in the groups?
They could, they've got to play Slovakia, and Slovakia,
I could see it. They just don't create good chances enough.
well, they do. They just haven't got anyone to finish them.
Same
They
result.
literally. Yeah. Anyway, We have one game left to talk about.
The thriller.
England v Scotland.
Yeah. I don't really know where to
Right,
start with that one.
do you want to go or shall I?
Um, I don't know where to start.
Right, so
I'll
I'm going to start with
start Gareth.
the that
Jump in at the
game.
deep end.
So I'm going to jump in at the deep end. That game, I think, is up there. Not to discredit Scotland. Scotland played very well,
Yeah, they were
right?
good.
Scotland played very well.
Yeah.
However, I think that game is up there with the worst England performances I've ever seen. Up there with the Iceland game
I was
in
gonna
Euro
say
2016.
the Iceland
Right?
game comes to mind.
It was agonising to watch. It was painful. It was painful to watch that.
Yeah, anything any player did, anything Gareth did, it was just a shambles.
Right. So, where I'm going to start is the lineup. Right now,
Yeah.
I thought the lineup was a good lineup. Shows how much I know.
There was
Um,
there was reason for it. Like Sterling had kind of
yeah,
earned his place from scoring. Like it'd have been rough to, even though I would have not liked to see him start, it'd have been harsh
yeah,
for him not to start.
yes.
Um,
Um,
Fullbacks obviously
but
changed,
to
which
bring
were
it,
good because they were
yeah,
shocking in the first game. Really, well, they weren't shocking,
yeah,
but they didn't help. They
yeah,
didn't provide anything.
yeah. Um, I'm just, I don't know. So Scotland started better. Well, I say Scotland started better. Scotland played better than England
Shea
in the
Adams had
whole
that
game.
chance. He had the first chance, didn't he? Like
They had the better chances. Che
no,
Adams
but
had two chances
yeah,
um,
John
in the
Stones
whole
missed
game.
that. That was a
Yeah,
sitter. That was a
yeah.
sitter.
Um,
But then,
I
if you
just
play Scotland, you play Scotland, the second worst ranked team coming into the tournament, and our best
third.
chance, the only chance we get, third, sorry, our best
Yeah,
chance we get is from a set piece, and we have one header that we should score, but it's fucking
yeah.
shocking, honestly.
Scotland had more. They took more shots. They had more shots on target. They created more
Yeah,
chances.
yep.
They also looked more comfortable on the ball. They looked more comfortable going forward. They defended better than we did.
I think they clearly know how they want to play,
Yeah,
and we just, I don't think anyone
don't.
knows what's going on, to be honest. Like,
Um,
Harry Kane again, he was non-existent all game.
well, right. So Jordan Pickford made some good saves. We'll say that. Luke
Yeah.
Shaw and Reece James, who came into the team, I don't think they did anything bad.
Who was it that
I don't
cleared
think
one off the line? Was it Reece James? I
Reece
can't.
James.
Yeah.
That was Reece James. So they didn't. They played all right. Tyrone
Mm.
Mings and John Stones were okay.
Yeah.
Uh, again, Declan Rice was okay. Calvin Phillips didn't reach the levels that he did against Croatia, but again, okay.
Yeah.
It's the front four I've got a problem with. Mason Mount, I don't have a problem with Mason Mount the way he played. What I seem to have a problem with is the fact that he went. I don't know if this was his fault or the team, the way it's built up, but
Yeah.
he very rarely had the ball.
There was that one chance in the second half. He had that long shot, which was like a
Yeah.
decent effort. That's the only really
Like
thing that
I can
comes
remember
to
a time,
mind.
I can remember a point in that match where Reece James and Raheem Sterling were passing the ball to each other, and on the other side of the screen, on the other side of the pitch, right, Mason
Mm.
Mount was fucking waving and shouting at them to
Yeah.
try and get him the ball because he was completely unmarked,
Yeah.
and the ball, nothing, nothing, right? It genuinely looked to me like Mason Mount was getting very frustrated by the fact that he just wasn't getting the ball.
Yeah. That
Right?
sort of thing happened a few times, I think, as well.
Yeah. Um, Phil Foden again created a couple of chances. Um, well, I say created a couple of chances. He created one chance, I think, but
He
it, it
he didn't
wasn't.
necessarily do a lot wrong. He just
Yeah, right. The last two:
it's like
Raheem
Kane.
Sterling, Harry Kane. Right. Oh God. Right. Raheem Sterling and Harry
Sterling.
Kane. right, I'm sorry. Raheem Sterling and Harry Kane are supposed to be our best players, our most experienced players, and our senior players, right? Raheem Sterling was fucking shit, right? Raheem Sterling was so fucking bad in that game. Honestly, I'd drop him from the squad. I'd fucking send him home. Right? He was fucking shit. Right? Stop laughing. I'm fucking serious. He was so bad, right? And do you know what?
Fucking
Do you
hell.
know the thing that? Do you know the thing that annoys me so much about this, right?
Oh, go
Is
on.
that he was really bad, right? And everyone that was watching the game could see that he was so shit.
Some of the clips on
Apart
Twitter,
from Gareth
man.
Southgate,
Like, because he
right?
stayed on, didn't he?
Right?
Like the full 90
So,
minutes.
all of the commentators, everyone on Twitter, everyone on Instagram, everyone in the fucking country was saying, "Bring Jack Grealish on." Yep, no problem. I'll bring Jack Grealish on. Who should I take off? Should I take off Raheem Sterling, who's been dog shit, or should I take off Phil Foden, who's looked like the more promising going forward? Right, well,
God.
what we'll do is instead of just doing a straight swap
Oh, what?
for a left winger, a straight swap for our left wingers, because our left winger has been the worst player, and
Fucking hell.
we can just slide Jack Grealish into his natural position. What we'll do is we'll take our right winger off, move our left winger, who's been shit, over to the right wing, and then put Jack Grealish on the left. What the fuck is he doing?
Sterling was even worse when you moved on to that right wing as well.
Exactly, he was even worse when he put him on the right wing. So he brings Marcus Rashford on. Oh, that'll be good. What you can do is sort of rejig it, and you can bring Sterling on. No, he's bringing Harry Kane off. What the fuck?
Yeah, like, I mean, Harry
Honestly,
Kane
I
was
felt
shy,
like I
but
was going insane. Yeah, obviously, Harry Kane. There was times when I was looking and I was like, right, what the fuck is going on, right?
he's not
But
doing
if you
anything.
need a goal,
Yeah, you keep him on.
you keep him on, and you
Yeah.
fucking get rid of Raheem Sterling. Like,
Yeah. If Sterling's starting the next game, there's going to be outrage online. Absolute outrage.
he was comfortably the worst player on the pitch, right? And I don't give a shit about all these fucking these match ratings, right?
No,
That
that
have
load of
come out and
bollocks.
give like, like they've got like all the teams like 5-6, 5-6, and the Harry Kane's on a 3. Bullshit, right? I don't give a shit. Harry Kane was dropping so fucking deep because
He was
no
shit
one was
though.
able to
Come
get him
on.
Yeah, he wasn't great, but he was having to drop really deep because no one was able to get him the ball, right? That is
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling's job, right?
Right. 100. I 100% agree. Sterling was fucking atrocious. But I don't think there was a single player covered themselves in any glory. Like
No,
for,
no.
from the entire game, I think there's only really Pickford who you say he has to start the next game. I don't think maybe the centre backs and the fullbacks were okay, but I think there's
See,
only
this is the
Pickford that
thing.
you're like he has to start based
Yeah,
on the tournament so far.
exactly. And this is the thing, right? So we came into this tournament, right, thinking, fuck me, look at all these creative players we've got. Look at the attacking players we've
And look at
got.
this shit show at the back.
And look at the shit show at the back. We were all like, our goalkeeper's a bit shit, the defence is a bit shaky, but look at the attack. Now,
Yeah.
our defence is solid, our goalkeeper's been pretty good, and our attack is fucking shit.
We've scored less goals than North Macedonia.
We have scored less. Exactly, we've scored less goals than North Macedonia.
We can't score against Scotland at Wembley when we've got like
Right?
the best like array of
Exactly.
talent
We
in our
have,
squad.
we have, we have Manchester City's left winger and right winger, right?
Yeah.
We have we have an attacking midfielder who's just won the Champions League.
We have a striker
Right.
who just won the Golden Boot and the most assists
And
in
the
the
assist.
season.
We have a right back who's just won the Champions League and is excellent going forward and backwards, right? Luke Shaw was potentially the best left back maybe in the world, but certainly in the Premier League this season on
Yeah.
form, right? Again, going forward, going back, brilliant. And we couldn't score against Scotland, who were playing one genuine centre back.
It's
Yes,
not
they
even
played
that.
3 at the back. Yes, they
We
played three at the back, but one of them was a left back and the other one was Scott McTominay, who's a defensive midfielder. They played one centre back.
and it's we didn't even create anything. We had
And
one
we
clear
just,
chance, and it was a corner early on. That's it.
yeah,
Really,
it nothing. It was honestly, I
it
think
was a shambles.
they either need to change. Well, they do need to change the formation because it's not fucking working.
I think we need a complete like rejig. To be fair, because I don't think I know like obviously in previous tournaments like Portugal won and they were shit throughout most of it. But surely no one's watching us thinking we have any sort of
No,
chance with
no.
the way we're playing at the minute.
I would go back to the formation we played in the World Cup,
Was that five
in my
back?
opinion. It was a three back with wing backs, yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So I would play if Maguire's fit, play him,
Which he claims he
and I
is, but
and I'd play
we'll see.
Maguire in the middle with Tyrone Mings and John Stones either side, because
Oh, do
I
you
do
not
think
put?
Tyrone.
You wouldn't slot
Well,
Walker
the
in?
thing is, I, this is the thing. I would have swapped Walker in, but I do think Mings deserves to stay in the team because he has been good.
He has. I don't think Mings works as well in a three back.
That's true. Yeah, yeah,
It would be
maybe.
harsh. It would be harsh because Kyle Walker's played one game and he was shit, and Mings has been all right for his games, so
Yeah.
it would be
Um,
harsh.
the fullbacks I'd keep. I thought they were okay.
I
Um,
honestly would fancy giving Trippier a go right at right back.
give Trippier maybe, yeah, but it's not
Trippier or Dan
pressing.
James? No, yeah, there's not too much in it.
The middle.
All right, here's a bold little shout. I want Jordan Henderson to get some game time.
Do you
You
know who I'd want to see?
you can't tell
Honestly,
me he wouldn't have had at least an effect on the players like during that game against Scotland.
do you know who I'd want to see? I'd want to
Probably
see a midfield three of Calvin Phillips, Jude Bellingham, and Jack Grealish.
Bellingham is a good shout.
Right. I
Grealish
think
has
that
to play whether it's midfield or on the wing. I think he has to play.
I think that midfield three with wing backs and then an up have Rashford and Kane up front.
Two strikers.
Just play
Well,
two
like a three
strikers.
five two.
Yeah, because let's be fair, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son have been playing up front for Spurs all season. Why not just do that? Especially because Heung-min Son is a naturally left-sided winger who is playing at striker with Harry Kane.
Yeah, but he's from
Who have we
Korea,
got
mate,
like
not
that?
England.
No, but this is who have we got like that? Oh yeah, Marcus Rashford, who's a naturally left-sided winger who's playing at striker. What we've literally got potentially a player who plays kind of like him, or
What?
kind of.
So you think we don't even give Jadon Sancho a chance?
I think,
He has to
right,
play. He has to play.
yes, but if we're playing a three back and that, if we're going to stick to the 4-4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3, get Jadon
Mm,
Sancho in, move Phil Foden
immediately.
into the middle maybe, or get Phil Foden and Mason Mount out.
Mm.
I'd get Sterling out and put Grealish out on the left, Foden in the middle probably.
What do you think
Declan
of
Rice,
playing the like a
yeah.
4-2-3-1? The two being Henderson and Phillips, then the three being Grealish on the left, Foden, Sancho on the right, Kane up top. I just think that'd work better. Maybe even Bellingham can play like CDM, can't he?
Yeah, he's a
Maybe
box
even
to
for
box like Calvin, isn't
yeah. I don't know. It is tough because there's so many like
he? What
reasonable
about
options.
this?
But
What about Rashford, Grealish, Sancho?
I was thinking like it's a bold shout dropping Kane, but I feel like you want Kane to get a couple of goals in this last group
Yeah,
game.
like so you have Kane up front, Rashford, Grealish, Sancho behind him,
Mm.
because that's good. That like then Bellingham and
Yeah, but
Calvin behind that.
all
That
our
would be
lineup should be
that would
good.
be phenomenal.
No, it wouldn't.
Surely
It should
it
be. It
wouldn't
would
be.
be
It'd be
fucking
shit. It's
shit.
Gareth Southgate, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you not enjoy like the 28,000 minutes we watched our back four and DMs pass around each other
Oh
against
my
Scotland?
god!
Honest to fucking God, it's
Honestly,
painful.
I remember it. It was the 57th minute. 57th minute. I remember it Like it was fucking scarred. It is scarred in my brain when I
Mm.
watched for 3 solid minutes, at least 3 minutes, where Luke Shaw would pass it to John Stones, who would pass it no, who'd pass it to Mings, who'd pass it to Stones, who'd
Yeah.
pass it to James, and James would run up the right, and then he'd sort of get
Turn
he'd,
around.
he'd encounter a Scotland player, and he'd go right, and then he'd turn around, run back a bit, pass it back to John Stones, who'd pass it back to Tyrone Mings, and then he'd pass it back to Luke Shaw, and he'd run forward, and there'd be another Scotland player there, and he'd go, fuck, Gareth never taught us about opposition players, so he'd run back, pass it back, and it happened literally, and I was like, oh. And then occasionally they'd pass it to Declan Rice, and then he'd pass it back to them. I'm like, what are we doing?
Do you not
This is
think like?
Scotland. It's not fucking Italy or France or Germany. It's fucking Scotland. Like,
Do you
no
not?
offense to Scotland, they're the third worst ranked team in the tournament. They were expected to go out in the group stage. They were not expected to get anything out of this game. We
Well, they
should
haven't.
not be playing it around the back, trying to keep the ball. We
They haven't
looked like we were
scored
scared
yet.
to concede.
Yeah. Do you not think we like lack leadership in our lineup at the minute as well? With no Maguire, no Henderson. I know Kane's the
Yeah,
captain, but I don't think he's really
he's not a leader.
a
He's not a
leader
leader.
like them two
No.
are.
Henderson should be captain.
And yeah, but if you don't even think he should be playing,
Yeah,
how can he be
obviously, yeah.
captain?
Henderson is the most. He's the best leader. So yeah, Maguire should probably be captain if he plays.
Henderson if he plays, I think, and then Maguire maybe.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think there's a shout for putting Pickford as captain, to be honest. Because like,
Yeah,
at least he fucking
he's got limited
talks.
impact though as a keeper.
Yeah, but at least he looks like he actually gives a shit.
Yeah, he's
None
been
of the
good as
rest of
well.
them
Like,
looked like they actually cared at all.
it
And
was like we were
honestly,
scared to
like,
lose. It's like
it
we were
was. Yeah.
happy with a point, and it's
We
just
just take a
ridiculous.
draw. Yeah. And the other thing is, I'm done with people trying to defend Gareth Southgate now. I am.
Honestly, he's woeful. He's a failed Middlesbrough manager for fuck's sake. What are we doing with him as England manager?
Because before this tournament, everyone, everyone said, don't start Sterling. You can't start Sterling.
The
And you
season some
start
of the
Sterling.
other players have had compared to
Yeah.
Sterling.
You can't start Sterling. No way can you start Sterling. He starts Sterling. Yes, he scored in the Croatia game, but he wasn't exactly great, and he was dog shit against Scotland. Right?
He won't. He can't
He
start him against Czech
cannot start
Republic.
against Czech Republic. And if he does, what are we doing?
I think Grealish and Sancho 100% have to start. I don't care what the
Sancho
fuck
at
he
least
does.
has to get on the fucking pitch.
He's
Like,
arguably
fucking
our best. He's in the
Jadon,
conversation for our best player. Like,
Jadon
what's going
Sancho
on?
got 16 goals and 20 assists last season.
I know how old is he? Like 20, 21 or something?
Yeah. He's played I think I read somewhere he's played 140 games or something like that for Borussia Dortmund, and he's been involved in 114 goals.
Yeah, but he's not in the
Yet
Premier
when we
League,
need,
so none of the
yeah,
fucking clowns over
and
here
yet,
think that counts.
and yet when we need a goal, who do we bring on? Not Jadon Sancho. We only used 2 substitutions last night, of 5.
It's ridiculous.
Of 5.
That
And
just
Raheem
shows.
Sterling stayed on the pitch. What the fuck are we doing?
But did you not? It just shows Gareth's mentality, though. Did you not see his in one of his post games? He was saying how when you're not winning games, it's very important not to lose in tournaments. And like, yeah, I agree, obviously, but it's like we're playing Scotland. You've got to go in with the mindset
No,
as this is a comfortable win.
the thing that annoyed me about his post game was when he said something like, "Oh yeah, Scotland defended really well today," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, but they defended and attacked better than we did. Their midfield was better than ours.
Yeah, we were.
Billy Gilmore was the best player on the pitch, right? He's fucking what, 19,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He
To be
doesn't
fair,
play.
I was glad he played. Like, when I saw them against who did they play, Czech Republic, I
Yeah,
thought he deserved to be playing.
yeah.
He's
He's
better than
like
Scott
that's
McTominay already, in my opinion.
that is the first start he's had for Scotland. He doesn't play that much for
Really?
Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Man of the match,
Credit to Scotland
right?
though. They did well.
Yeah,
They did
credit to
well.
Scotland. They did well, but for Gareth Southgate to come out and say, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Scotland defended really well," No, they just played better than us.
Scotland played how they were
They didn't
supposed
just
to
defend
play.
very well. They
We
had
did
better
not.
chances. They attacked better than us. They created more than us. They defended better than us. They fucking cared more than we did.
Right. Yeah, it was a fun game to watch. I think
And
we'll
then Tyrone Mings, I don't know what he was on, man. But when he interviewed him, I don't know if he was in shock or he failed a drug test or something. Honestly, we can't rely on our attack to attack, and we can't rely on our defence to defend. Why are you there then? You are a defender. If we can't rely on you to defend, why are you there?
I think the pressure of the interview got to him. He had a
I
stinker.
don't know.
Yeah,
Honestly,
but
when
did
he
you not
said that,
see he
I
had
was like,
like the Scotland fans like chanting at him and
yeah.
literally
When
right
when he
behind him?
said that,
But
I was like, what are you saying? Like, I get that some defenders score goals, and I get that some attackers get back and defend as well. But like, your job is
oh,
a defender.
I've
If
got
we
a little
cannot rely
stat.
on the defence to defend, what are we doing?
I know you like your stats, so I've got a little stat for you.
Go on.
So we've played Scotland and Croatia. We have
Yeah.
had 3 shots on target in them 2 games.
Fuck me.
A full
That's
three.
tragic.
A full
That's
three.
tragic.
Yeah,
3. We're supposed to
3.
have the best attacking fucking. We were supposed to be. It was
Where's
supposed to be us and France, right? It was supposed to be us and France. France. Admittedly, France haven't fucking. France haven't scored that many either. But France have looked a lot better going forward than we have.
thing
They
is with
certainly have had more
France?
than 3 shots on target for fuck's
France
sake.
have missed a lot of sitters. We haven't had any sitters. Well, the
We just
Stones one.
haven't had the chances. Oh,
Right. I
honestly.
think I think we've said what
Okay.
needs to be said on
Okay.
England.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, Gareth till I die. Love him. Yeah, bringing Stevie G.
Oh, roll on Tuesday.
Ah,
Oh
don't.
God.
Honestly, Czech Republic are going to win the group. Scotland are going to batter Croatia. We'll get battered and we'll be out
Yeah. Can you
somehow. I don't
imagine
know. I
that?
don't know if we can technically with 4 points. I don't know.
I,
Anyway,
it'd be difficult. It'd be difficult. The fact
yeah.
that we're even sat here thinking we might go out, that shows how bad.
Right.
Anyway, right.
Shall we do the team of the round since we've just spoke about a lot of them in the England team? I think there'll be a few names
Yeah,
in there.
obviously,
Raheem Sterling was
Harry
the
Kane.
first name
Harry,
on my.
Raheem Sterling rolls off the tongue for player of the round. No, so who've you got for your goalkeeper?
Ward for Wales.
Well, yeah, he did make a couple of good saves, to be fair.
Irish class.
Um, I've got Macedonia's keeper, Dimitrievski, because he made a couple of good saves, saved the penalty. Yes, they lost. Yes, he conceded twice.
I think I
But
think I think Ward's the safer shout for it, but
yeah, Ward is probably a safer shout, but I thought I'd throw him in there.
fair enough. Right back, I've stuck with the Welsh theme. Roberts got a goal, solid at the back.
Right. Well, as I mentioned before, I'm going with Dumfries
All right.
again.
Yep.
So
He's been your star man, hasn't he, this tournament?
I, he's been great. I think honestly, who does he play for now? I think he plays for Ajax. Anyone in the Premier League, anyone,
Is
snap
it?
him up, man.
I thought it was PSV. I don't know. I haven't played FIFA for a while.
Fair.
Uh,
We can go Roberts if you want that. I did think Roberts was quite good.
well, we can.
Obviously, since
Yeah,
Dumfries got it
I
last
think he
time.
deserved it
Yeah,
because
yeah, okay.
that
We'll
was
go
a
Roberts.
class win.
Okay.
Centre backs, I went for Benucci and Rodon.
Right, so I went for
Welsh
Bonucci and Delict.
Rodon, obviously Benucci fairly. Delict,
Yes. Kept a clean sheet.
yeah.
Limited Austria to fuck all chances, really. Nearly scored as well.
I think Benucci was a beast. He didn't have to do
Yeah,
loads, but I think
yeah,
Rodon was a beast as well. Though, like that was such a big game for Wales as well. I know I don't want to like
yeah.
just fill it
You
with
have
Welsh players.
you have named 3 Welsh players already
Out of four.
out of 4. Yeah.
I just think they deserve. They were one of the standout performances the Wales team for me this like game week. So
Yeah. Yeah.
give him credit.
Um, yeah. Well, Bonucci's in there, obviously. Um, well, I mean, we can go Rodon or Delict either way.
Ah, fuck Delict. We're going road on.
Okay, we're going Rodon. Okay,
This is democracy.
cool. It's democracy, obviously. Left back.
Left. Gosens.
Correct. Move on. It is.
Right.
It's just Gosens, right?
Yeah.
He was brilliant. He was brilliant for
Yeah.
Germany. Scored as well. Yeah, he
Germany.
was brilliant.
Germany were great. They just do look open at the back,
Yeah,
worryingly so.
yeah. Well, not worryingly if we have to play them because they're going to have to be fucking open at the back for us to score.
God,
Anyway,
I
yes.
don't want to think about playing Germany right now, having just watched them spank Portugal.
Yeah. Midfielders. We're going 4-3-3. Yeah.
Yeah, I think two of them are no-brainers. Kevin and
Yeah.
Locatelli.
Kevin and Locatelli. Yeah.
Yeah, easy,
Uh,
really.
yeah. I've
And
gone Miranchuk.
yeah, I went the same. Just
Yeah, I
scored a
think
pearler, didn't
his goal was brilliant. To
he?
be
In a
fair,
big
so
win.
yeah.
So
And he got man of the match in that game as well. So I
it's actually
think
star of them, actually. Can you?
star of the match. Okay, right. But surprising Kevin De Bruyne didn't get star of the match. Lukaku did, which I
That's a
find
joke.
insane.
That's a joke.
Anyway, so Miranchuk, De Bruyne, Locatelli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, you tell me your
Um,
front three.
so my front three, I've gone Bale and Havertz. Right.
That's two.
Yeah. No shit. Right. And I'm debating over the other one. I'm debating kind of between Nabry
Mm,
and Berardi.
I think you're missing. I've gone for Yarmolenko on the right. Obviously, a goal and
Yeah,
assist.
Yarmolenko's a shout.
I put Bale at striker.
Yeah,
And I put Fiola on the left wing. I know he's like a left wing back, but him and Gosens are both left wing backs. And Hungary drew with France, but it's a bit harsh if no one from the team gets in. And he scored the goal, defended well.
just Havertz. Havertz was really good. He
I did
was
a few
very good.
honourable mentions of Aaron Ramsey, Billy Gilmore, Gnabry, Havertz.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Um, Bale's there. Bale's there.
Yeah,
Who else was
it's
yours?
hard between the rest.
Yarmolenko.
Yarmolenko and Fiola.
We could go Yarmolenko Havertz or Fiola
Yeah.
Havertz.
Or Yarmolenko, Havertz, put Fiola instead of Gosens. But that's not going to be popular, is it?
It's going to be wrong.
I mean, fucking Hungary have just drawn with the fucking World Cup
Well,
winners.
I
Like,
don't care.
uh,
Gosens, I think
all right,
Gosens,
all right, all right, all right,
I honestly
all
think
right.
Gosens was player of the whole round.
Oh, over Kevin. I think Kevin was player of the round.
Actually, yeah, that's a fair point.
It's just, it's just one of them
Kevin De Bruyne
games.
Kevin De Bruyne was played the whole round. He only played half. He
Do
only
you,
played half the
do
match.
you remember in the Champions League, like, it was years back when Barca were playing AC Milan and Messi had been injured and they were losing, and he came on at half time and he just completely changed the game. It reminded me of that.
Yeah,
Just
he did. He
completely
literally
changed the entire game.
changed the game. And the thing is, right? Belgium, they brought on a couple of their star players. They brought on Witsel. They brought on Hazard. Right? Hazard, yes, he had a couple of fancy flicks and he mugged off a couple of people. But at
He
the end of
always
the day,
does.
he did fuck all. Right?
Yeah.
De
De Bruyne's
Bruyne was the
just
only. De
he's
Bruyne was the
so
only person
clinical.
remotely looked like he was doing something.
Yeah. He was class.
Um,
It was just two moments of
yeah.
class,
So
pretty
so
much.
we're going Ward, Roberts,
Roberts.
Bonucci, Rodon, Gosens,
Yeah.
Miranchuk, De Bruyne, Locatelli,
Yeah.
Bale, Havertz, Viola,
Yarmolenko.
or Yarmolenko.
Either or.
We have
To
to
be
pick one.
fair,
That's the whole point.
fuck, we're taking Fiola. Yarmolenko scored and assisted, but he's playing Macedonia, for fuck's sake.
He also got it in last week, right?
Yeah,
So
and can we also say manager of the round, Gareth Southgate? The
actually,
masterclass.
do you know who I would give manager of the round? I would give manager of the round. Well, one of two. I would either give it
Scottish manager?
to
Can't remember his name.
Steve Clark
Steve Clark, that's the one.
or Joachim Löw
Mm, yeah,
because they
I
fucking spanked Portugal, man.
didn't see him
So,
sniffing his fingers either this time.
I mean, last week it'd have been Mancini because Italy fucking just destroyed everyone. So
Yeah,
last week Mancini, this week Joachim Löw.
yeah. It's a
Um,
decent round of games,
yeah,
though.
yeah, decent
Hopefully,
round of
we
games.
can actually do something on Tuesday, because I cannot go through that again.
Yeah. Well, do you want to try and predict the third round?
Yeah, we got a few minutes left.
Okay. So first up, well, actually, well, tomorrow, but today we're recording this. As we're recording this tomorrow, but as it's released today, um,
No one's this far in,
it's
Luke. It doesn't matter.
Italy are playing Wales and Switzerland are playing Turkey. So I think Italy are going to beat Wales, and I think they're going to beat them comfortably. I
You
wouldn't be
reckon?
surprised if it was 3-0 again.
I think they will tear through Wales the way they've been
Yeah,
playing, but I give Wales a goal, 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Switzerland, Turkey.
Oh, I think Switzerland. Turkey have been so poor.
Honestly, I think it's going to be 1-1.
It could be 0-0. It could easily be 0-0. Nah,
I'm going to give Turkey a goal because Turkey
two,
haven't scored yet. So
two
1-1.
one, 2-1 Switzerland.
2-1 Switzerland. Right.
Hmm.
On Monday, we've got Ukraine versus Austria. Big game.
Um,
I think Ukraine have looked more dangerous than Austria.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
Ukraine are probably going to win that 2-1 maybe.
I think 1-0. It's gonna be cagey.
1-0.
Yeah.
And then we've got North Macedonia versus the Netherlands.
Oof. North
Now, in my
Macedonia scored
opinion,
in every game so far.
this could be big.
I don't think it
I'm going
will.
6-0.
Christ. Um, I think 2-0.
I'm going
Netherlands don't
6-0.
seem. I don't know. They don't seem clinical.
Oh, fair
But
enough. And then
you never know.
later on Monday, we also have Russia versus Denmark. Big game for Denmark. Well,
And Russia.
big game for Russia as well.
Uh,
Well, Russia
oh,
are probably. Yeah.
oh God, I think Denmark are gonna win. I think if they play like they played against Belgium,
Yeah,
I think it'll be close though. 2-1.
2-1 Denmark. Yeah, I was going to say the
Yeah.
same.
Mm.
And then Finland, Belgium. I think this could be big as well.
I don't know. Like Finland just gonna sit back, aren't they? I think Belgium will win. Maybe 3-0.
I'm
I
going to
don't
go
think it'll get.
5.
I don't think it'll get silly. You're pushing it out there, aren't you, with these ones?
5-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Tuesday, Croatia, Scotland. Big game.
Massive game. Scotland haven't scored yet, which is worrying for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um. Oh God. 2-1 Croatia. 2-1 Croatia.
I'm going to be controversial here.
All right.
2-0 Scotland.
Fair play. Fair play.
Um,
How many
and
we got
then
left?
the big. Uh,
Because we got like
5.
30 seconds.
All right. Well, England to beat Czech Republic.
Oh, 18-0. Next game.
Sweden, Poland.
Um, Sweden 1-0. No, Poland 2-1.
Slovakia, Spain.
Spain 2-0.
Portugal, France.
France 2-1. 10
Germany,
seconds.
Hungary.
2-0.
Right. Thanks for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you later.
Bye.